All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. This video is entitled The BME, The Black Male Experience, Oracle, and Opprobrium. You know, the Oracle is like a medium, somebody that the gods speak to and through, and like a foreseer, a foreteller of history and how things will work out, stuff like that. Opprobrium, I'm gonna use more sort of second definition. In some ways, opprobrium is a disgrace or a shame, or a person looked at with disgrace because they're looked at as inferior. So that's more so what I'm talking about. People looked at as a disgrace because they're looked at as inferior, or shameful, cursed, vilified, stuff like that. So with us being how we know stuff, we're considered canaries in the mine. Said this before. Black men, last high, first fire, right? We see things coming a mile away. We know how the society gets down. We know how you work the court of public opinion in people's psyches who are willing to buy into everything because we see how it goes, and we can see the direction of everything as it's going, and we're like, look, this is how it's going to end. And you see people all the time, no, it's not, nah. Now, part of it to me is selective, selective lynching. People just want to get their pound of flesh from anybody, so we're like the perfect, the perfect scapegoat. That's why the opprobrium thing isn't there, because opprobrium can be a scapegoat too. So what winds up happening is, this is why you hear all these stories of black men, who can tell you, in the future, things are gonna be way different, and it's like, this is not gonna end well. This is gonna end like this, and this, and people ignore them. And then a year goes by, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, 30, 40, 50 years go by. And then people are like, man, they were right. This is why people are still quoting people like Malcolm X right now. Like, man, Malcolm was right 50 years ago. Oracle, right? Same thing with Dr. Henry Clark. Oracle, right? But at the same time, opprobrium. They were vilified. They were cast aside. They were marginalized. They were looked at as shameful. Even not Elijah Muhammad. Louis Farrakhan considered Malcolm a traitor at one point. He's a traitor to us. Not he was an oracle and he was right, but at the same time he was a traitor. And now it's like, yeah, he really was right. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing, and we have that dichotomy in America. Now, and I say this in other videos that I would talk about. I have this same issue with some of the people in my family. They'll see a brother get vilified on television, and they all in. They just hopping on a pound of flesh, and I'm like, that's not what happened. Now, yes it is, because they said it on TV. I'm like, is it the first time you've seen them lie on a brother like that? No, but this time it's true. And they hop all in with it. And then years later they go, you was right about that. They lied on that man. I can't believe that. And like, you was part of the people who, was asking for him to be burnt at the stake. Like, this is the Oracle / opprobrium is the story of Jesus. To a degree, like, he was an oracle. So you want to say son of God, blah, 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 but all of a sudden, he was a disgrace. A shame that people needed to kill, because it's two sides to every story. You can be an oracle and you could be somebody's miracle and somebody's blessing and another person's curse because you're a blessing. So this side loves you for who you are, but this side hates you for who you are. They say get your education. But what pays for education? These guys are nothing but dumb athletes. But these dumb athletes, right, are blessings to you because you got 6-figure, 7-figure jobs from kids. from people wanting to see kids play games. But yet, they're dumb athletes and they don't know any better. And they're criminals. By the same people. And then when they say, you know what, I'm going to do something for myself. How dare you? You would never have anything if it wasn't for us. No, that's the other way around. You wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for teenagers being good at sports and people paying for tickets to see it. Nobody wants to see your fucking ass, coach. You got no talent. Nobody wants to see you walk back and forth with a headset and some shades. Get him! Who's paying to see that? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? These are the owners. Own what? What do they own? Because I guarantee you ain't nobody going to pull up to see Jerry Jones on a football field. I can tell you that right now. That is not going to sell out a stadium. Just the reality of it. Same thing with intelligence, you know. For all you brothers, and probably just smart people in general, know what I'm talking about. You was in school, and you could work through math and science problems and tech problems because you figured out the basics, but then you knew how to, you knew how, I guess, to circumvent that, and you created your own shortcut from the basics. You know, no, you can't do it like that. Why not? Mathematically, the principles stay together and they work just fine, and it won't be wrong. So what's the problem with that? I can foresee how this ends. I can, I have deductive reasoning, right? No. I'm gonna give you a C because you got all these problems right, but you did it your way. You changed the model. Oh, okay. All right, because you can't really, think on a higher level, and you pissed off because I'm a teenager, and I figured this out, and this is what you do for a living, and it never crossed your mind. I'm a dumbass now. I'm vilified now. I need to go to detention now. You need to take away my A and make it a C and fuck up my grade point average, right? Okay. Oh, I understand. And then when you say something like, hey, it's not gonna end well. What do you mean? Spider-Man, right? Spider sense. That's black men, right? Because in some ways, Spider-Man is supposed a depiction of Anansi. If you know who Anansi is, it's a character in African mythology, because really Greek mythology is African mythology, but that's a whole other story. But Anansi was considered as a spider, trickster to a degree, but to be able to sense what's going on and to tell people what will happen, So our spider sense is always tingling, like, it's about to be that bullshit. We see it coming. Same thing when we talked about 9/11. It was like, look, man, first and foremost, y'all need to start watching us like hawks. There's other people around here that's going to cause y'all a problem. Nobody listened. Then, people forget they had a bomb in the World Trade Center years prior to that, right? It went off. They forgot about that. But the plane said, oh, my God. It's nothing new, But we were vilified for that. Don't take your ass to Iraq. That's not what's up. You can't say anything. Part of Barack Obama being president was because he was one of the few people who said it's a bad idea to go to Iraq. And because of us going to Iraq, it was the one of the first dominoes of this country going broke the way it is. Because we spent too much money. Because the bulk of the debt we owe to China is from going to Iraq for no goddamn reason. That's what it is. But, we're Opprobrium, right? We're the scapegoat. We're the villain. So we don't know what we're talking about. And we look at it in society, it's like, okay. And the irony of it is, we see these things coming as an oracle. We can tell you how to fix them. We can tell you how it's going to end if you don't fix it. As an oracle. And then We're vilified. Opprobrium. We're a scapegoat. We're stupid, you know. We're looked at as inferior for what we say. And then when it all falls down, we're blamed for not fixing it. That's our experience in this country, you know. Oracle and Opprobrium, you know. So let me get this stuff together in this house and I'll get out of here, man. Peace.